like me personally, I'm like a Mel and Alina like stan. Like I've been like wanting that to
Yes,
happen
though.
in the first season, or not first season, first episode. Like, yo, can these two like get together and such and such? And then like I don't know, but like, what are your thoughts
Good.
on those two characters? Like, would you want them to get together or?
Well, I mean, I love Mal and Alina. I think like, obviously there's a huge fan base of the show and everyone has their own ships. So funny, I'm learning all of these things. But I mean, I just think like there is no doubt in my mind, like who is right for Alina, given, what we've seen in the show. Um, I think what's just so lovely is they do just feel like very balanced. And I think there's a sort of a it's just so great working with Archie. I think like we were able to build up this relationship between the characters. It felt really like that they are this sort of they're one. Do you know what I mean? And even just in the ways that like in the scene we'd often be looking to each other and which isn't necessarily was in the script. And I feel like there's such a connection between the two of them. And I love that I've got a Mal, in life, that person that you grew up with and you love so much. And I think it's just such a lovely relationship. But then also, like mentioned earlier, I love the fact that it isn't like, okay, now happily ever after, you've got to stay together forever. End of story. No, these are two young people like who are finding out who they are. And I think it's so relevant to like the time that we're in now. I'm a millennial. I'm like, but the generation above me, like my parents and stuff, people got married young. People, you stayed with your partner forever, and it's just not something that happens to people of like our age group. And I liked that was representative of that. It wasn't this like fairy tale kind of almost like archaic, obsolete idea of romance. It was like these are two people who care about each other so much that they are willing to like do what is best. Um, for each other, even though it hurts. That's cool. We like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. For me, it feels like they can like be together at any time. Like in 15 years, they cross paths together, they'll be together. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it always feels
Yeah.
like that.
Because that's
But
it. The line is that Mel says something. It's death, choice, not destiny. Like we will come back together when we choose to, and when we know that it's what we want. And I was like, that is so good. Um, because yeah, I've had that experience in real life of like, when you do care so much about something, you're like, but I need to know that this is right for me. And I need to choose it, not just because I'm like, because you're here and it's comfortable or whatever it may be. I need to know in my heart this is right for me. And I need to go and figure that out. And I think that's a really important thing for everyone, as to grow as a human, to look after your well-being and mental health. Like, I think that's super important. So I love that that's part of the show, definitely.